You keep wondering why he stopped calling, why his messages slowed down, why his energy changed. You replay every conversation in your head, thinking you said something wrong, thinking maybe you weren't enough. But let me tell you something. A man who truly wants you doesn't need a reason to call. He finds one. He doesn't wait for the right time. He makes time. Because when a man values you, silence feels too heavy. Distance feels too dangerous. Stop chasing what's not chasing you. Stop explaining your worth to someone who already knows it and is just hoping you'll forget it. The moment you pull back your energy, the moment you stop begging for effort, that's when the truth shows itself. If he was only there because of your attention, he'll disappear. But if he was there because he truly saw something in you, he'll show up loud and clear. You see, men notice when the energy changes. They notice when the texts stop, when the good morning messages fade, when your name no longer pops up on their phone. And that silence, it scares them. Because deep down, they know they had something rare and they got comfortable. They thought you'd never leave. They thought your love was permanent. But when you finally go quiet, when you stop explaining and start walking away, that's when a man's mind wakes up. Don't send another paragraph. Don't prove anything. Don't remind him of who you are. Just be who you are. Focus on your peace, your goals, your growth. When you shift your focus from him to you, everything changes. Your silence becomes powerful. Your absence starts speaking louder than any message you could send. And when he finally realizes what he lost, when he sees you glowing without him, that's when he'll call. That's when the texts come in. That's when you'll hear, "Hey, I've been thinking about you." But by then, you'll understand something he never did, that your worth was never measured by his attention. Let him feel the loss. Let him sit in the quiet he created. You don't need to chase anyone who's not matching your energy. A real man will recognize your silence not as rejection, but as a lesson. A reminder that a woman's heart is not a convenience, it's a privilege. So don't wait for his call. Don't check your phone hoping to see his name light up. Because the moment you stop waiting, the universe sends you something better: peace, self-respect, and one day, someone who doesn't make you question if you're enough. He'll call, but by then, you'll be too busy living the life you deserve to even hear it ring. The funny thing about distance is that it teaches people what presence really meant. When you were there, always answering, always caring, he thought that's just who you were, available. But when you stop, when you finally decide that your peace is more important than someone else's confusion, everything changes. He starts to notice the little things, how his mornings feel quieter, how no one checks on him after a long day, how that comfort he took for granted suddenly vanishes. And that's when reality hits. It's not that he suddenly became wiser overnight. It's that he finally lost the sound of your voice. You see, men don't always respond to words. They respond to absence. They respond to what's no longer easily accessible. They feel it in the silence, in the gap between what was and what is. You gave him light, and now he's sitting in the dark wondering where it went. But this is where your strength is tested. Because the moment you pull back, his call will come, not because he's changed, but because he feels the emptiness. And you have to know the difference. Is he calling because he misses you, or because he misses what you gave him? Does he want your heart, or does he just want the comfort of knowing you're still there, waiting? That's the test. When he reaches out, don't rush to answer. Don't let your loneliness make a decision yourself. Respect will regret. Sit with it. Feel the urge to respond, and then remember every moment you felt unseen. Remember how hard you tried to explain what you needed and how he shrugged it off like it was nothing. Remember that love is not proven through begging. Love proves itself through consistency. Your silence is not punishment. It's protection. It's you saying, I've done enough. Because at some point, you realize it's not about getting him back. It's about getting you back. The woman who smiled more, laughed louder, dreamed bigger. Before you started waiting on someone who couldn't decide, you start rebuilding her. You start giving her everything you kept giving away for free. And that's when life shifts. You begin to glow differently. You carry yourself differently. People notice. Even he notices. That glow isn't revenge, it's healing. It's what happens when you stop chasing validation and start giving yourself the love you were begging for. When he finally does call, and he will, you won't feel the same spark you used to. You'll listen to his voice and realize how much peace you've gained since he left. You won't feel anger or sadness, just clarity. You'll see him for who he really is, a lesson, not a loss. And that realization will set you free. Because the real power isn't in making him miss you. The real power is in realizing you never needed him to feel whole in the first place. The truth is, every heartbreak, every unanswered message, every silent phone teaches you something deeper about love and yourself. You start to see that what you were asking for was never too much. You were just asking the wrong person. You wanted effort, not excuses. You wanted love that showed up, not one that only spoke in promises. And for the first time, you begin to understand that walking away isn't weakness. It's wisdom. It takes courage to stop fighting for someone who won't fight for you. It takes strength to stop explaining what you deserve and start living like you already have it. That's where your transformation begins. You start focusing on your own growth, your own dreams, your own peace. You start investing your time into people and things that pour back into you. Slowly, the ache that used to live in your chest begins to fade, replaced by something quieter but stronger.